Here you go.
Book a parcel delivery by phone. They'll come to your door to pick the package up, then deliver it almost anywhere in Japan the next day. You can send almost anything, from fresh or frozen produce to golf and ski gear. Parcel delivery is a private sector service that delivers small items to your door, first established in Japan. The business now handles 3.4 billion items a year. Recently, it's expanded into new areas, shopping assistance for the elderly, and making sure they're okay. The service is now spreading to other parts of Asia. On this edition of Begin Japanology, our theme is parcel delivery. With its very precise delivery schedule and a detailed service menu, parcel delivery embodies some of the best aspects of business done the Japanese way.
Hello and welcome to Begin Japanology. I'm Peter Barakan. Today I'm going to be sending this box here to Hokkaido with a parcel delivery service. You have to fill in one of these chits to start off with, and I've phoned them to arrange a pickup. They should be here any minute.
Hello. I've come for your parcel.
Oh, thank you very much. That was very quick. Okay, this is the parcel.
When would you like it delivered?
I'd like it there tomorrow morning, please.
Tomorrow morning. Okay. Well, we'll send the parcel via air in that case.
I see your measure has green, yellow and red. What's all that about?
This measures the size of a parcel, which determines how much it will cost to ship. That's what I'm doing now.
Oh, and it's a different price if it's green or if it's yellow or if it's red.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And it's ready to go. Thank you.
Right, let's have a look now at how the whole parcel delivery system works and how my package is going to arrive.
Parcel delivery services cover every nook and corner of Japan. The package that has just left the sender is now being moved on a trolley. Parcels may be carried by hand or on a bicycle. The workers use whatever method seems best. The package is first taken to the local logistics center, where it joins other parcels from the area. The 5 largest delivery companies have logistics centers in about 9,600 places across Japan. Tokyo alone is home to 1,200. As the parcels are loaded onto vans, they're given a sticker with the delivery address code. The sticker number shows where each parcel is going. The parcels are then sent to a logistics terminal for the local region. Each terminal handles parcels from an average of 60 centers, and there are around 160 terminals nationwide. The parcels unloaded from the vans go to a sorting floor, where they are put on conveyor belts. The stickers on each parcel are read by sensors on sorting machines. They're automatically separated by destination. Each parcel is loaded onto a trolley bound for a distribution terminal near its destination. Then it stands by for a time. In order to avoid traffic jams, trucks usually leave the terminals at night. Companies now use flights to distant locations. That way they can deliver the following day to even more areas. Once the parcel reaches the logistics terminal near the destination, the parcel will go through the same steps in reverse until it reaches its destination. Using this system, a parcel can be delivered to even the remotest parts of Japan. The roots of the service can be traced back to a 1935 delivery service started by freight companies and the then Ministry of Railways. It was a revolutionary idea, using road and rail to deliver packages from doorstep to doorstep. But the service was discontinued in 1942 as Japan became more deeply embroiled in war. In the years after that, sending a parcel was a bit of a nuisance. Every package had to be taken to a post office or a railway station. Then in the 1970s, Masao Ogura, a freight company boss, decided to launch a service to deliver small parcels. He saw a great untapped market for it. At the time, it was taken for granted that the only way to make money in the industry was to sign contracts with big clients. But Ogura's calculations showed that smaller deliveries could be much more profitable. At the time, the truck transportation fees were strictly controlled by the government to prevent dumping. The fee chargeable for hauling 1 ton of freight 100 kilometers was 5,500 yen. To carry 20 kilograms over the same distance, the fee was 500 yen. One 20-kilogram item from each of 50 people would amount to 1 ton of freight, and yet the company could charge 25,000 yen in total to deliver it. The business opportunity was obvious. Ogura was convinced that his business would succeed. All he needed was an efficient pickup system. One phone call and the company would come to pick up the parcel. A reasonable cost and a rate chart that was easy to understand. These were the selling points of the full-featured parcel delivery service that was introduced in 1976. This was a time when expressways were being built across Japan. Truck transportation was becoming faster and faster. Later, cool deliveries began, enabling customers to send fresh or frozen produce. Then came services that let people send ski equipment and golf clubs to and from ski resorts and golf courses. Various new companies joined the industry and competed to provide better services. Today, parcel delivery firms handle 3.4 billion items a year. That represents more than 25 items sent by each person in Japan.
I take my luggage with me when I go on holiday or travel for work, but on the way back, I often send the luggage on home so I can travel light.
It's fast and the service is great. I use it a lot.
In less than 40 years, parcel delivery has seen explosive growth. The industry is constantly evolving along with consumer lifestyles. Today, it's a vital part of everyday life in Japan.
I'm in the lobby of a parcel distribution terminal in Yokohama, and standing next to me here is this slightly old-fashioned looking van. What's this van doing on display here?
This is the van that in 1981 our company developed specifically for door-to-door parcel delivery.
So it's the very first one built for that purpose. What's this little box here for?
Well, this is basically a simple desk. The driver can do things like sorting order chits. That's how it's used.
And now I've walked in here without thinking, but I'm presuming this was a fairly new design. I can just about stand up in here.
Before, the driver had to get out of his seat and go around to the back of the van to get a parcel, or crouch down through the back of the van. It was extremely inefficient. So what we did is we designed this van so that the driver can have smooth access to the parcels without getting out of the van.
And has the design of these trucks changed much over the last 30 years or so?
Well, these days, hybrid cars are gradually becoming more mainstream, and we're also replacing our current vans with hybrid models. Also, people are gradually getting taller. To account for this, we have made the bodies of the vans themselves taller over the years.
This company has about 45,000 drivers out on the roads today, all over Japan, delivering parcels. Let's move on now and take a look at a typical day in the life of one of those drivers.
Good morning.
At 8 a.m., employees gather for a morning meeting and daily briefing. This is one of the logistics centers at a major delivery company. It's in Kawasaki, a city in Kanagawa. 6 drivers handle an area with about 9,000 homes. Junya Yataka has been a driver at this center ever since he joined the company 15 years ago. He always carries these, a kit of essentials for every driver. The most important items are a handheld terminal and printer. The terminal reads parcel data. It also handles payments on delivery, both for the goods and the delivery charge. And
Whenever I get data from the call center, it alerts me. I hear this sound. Well, that's what I hear. It's the sound of a cat.
that's actually because this company uses cats as its emblem. The printer connected to his terminal outputs the code for the parcel's destination. Yataka loads his van with all the parcels of various sizes that had arrived at the local logistics center the night before. He sets off for his first round of deliveries. Drivers need to know the local area extremely well in order to deliver every parcel by the designated time. They also need the latest information on traffic jams and roadworks. But the most important thing of all is to drive carefully. A special technique is used when the van stops. The steering wheel is turned towards the side of the road, and a stopper goes under a wheel. Even if another car hits the van and pushes it forward, it won't stick out into the middle of the road. Yataka takes out the parcel and hurries to deliver it. For heavy items, he uses a trolley. Then he heads to his next stop. Yataka delivers about 100 parcels on this particular morning. About 60% of them have to be delivered within a specific time frame.
Where shall I put the parcel?
He doesn't just leave the parcel in the hall. If the customer asks for it to be carried inside, Yataka will do so.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
He gets a collection request during his delivery run. He confirms the number of parcels and the customer's availability, then heads off.
Sorry to get you out so early.
Oh, not at all, madam.
This woman uses the company a lot. While Yataka chats, his hands are busy preparing the parcels.
We received gifts marking the birth of my great-grandchild. So today, I'm sending these as thank you presents. I can't take them myself, so I always call the company. It's so convenient, and they're always so nice.
I've known him for a very long time now.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
After his first delivery round, Yataka heads back to the logistics center. The parcels he has collected at 7 locations are given destination code stickers and carried to an area reserved for items bound for the logistics terminal. The driving, deliveries and collections are all done by one person.
Once we leave the center, decisions are pretty much left to the individual driver. We have to keep our own mental track of the parcels we deliver and the parcels we pick up. I'm pretty busy, I suppose. That's normal. But I love hearing customers say thank you. It really makes my day.
Yataka drives back to the logistics center 3 times a day in his cycle of deliveries and collections. Accurate and speedy delivery service is underpinned by the daily efforts of drivers like him.
There are also new ideas and new technologies for expediting parcel delivery while keeping the items safe and secure. And to tell me more about that, I have with me here Mr. Masahiro Saika. Thank you for being with us today. Now, Saika-san, you can tell me something about this film here. Oh, it's sticky on this side. So that stops it moving, presumably. Ah, okay. So that's really pretty tight.
This is highly elastic urethane film. Try pushing down on it.
Really? It's not going to break? Wow. I'm pressing down really hard on this. And, okay, it's made a mark in it, but it hasn't even made a hole. That's amazing. And what's this?
Well, this is a special cloth-like kind of packaging.
What's inside it?
There are styrene beads inside. Typically, you have packaging that is filled up with air, but if you do that, there's a chance it could put pressure on the thing inside and break it. So we had the opposite idea, take the air out, so the packaging sets into place.
Wow, that's getting pretty hard now. So if we open that up, oh, I see it's actually gone all stiff now. Oh, this is quite interesting. Ooh. How do you get the air back into it?
You release this orange valve, like this.
Oh, well, you can actually hear the air rushing back in again, can't you? And it's already getting much softer. Wow, that's really quick. Very clever. Well, that's the technical side of keeping stuff safe. But these companies also offer services with a real human touch. Let's take a look.
Otsuchi, a town in Iwate, was badly hit by the Great East Japan earthquake in 2011. About 60% of its homes were destroyed by the earthquake and tsunami, and a lot of local residents are still living in temporary housing. Supermarkets were also destroyed, making shopping almost impossible. Older residents who live alone were having an especially hard time. The parcel delivery firm helped to solve this problem. They introduced a new service for senior citizens, combining shopping delivery and a check on the well-being of the buyer. It's a joint project involving a delivery firm, a supermarket in a neighboring town, and the Otsuchi Social Welfare Council, which supports the town's older residents. Elderly residents phone the council to request grocery shopping. The council puts the lists together and faxes the supermarket. The following day, a supermarket worker prepares the items.
Hello.
The delivery firm driver then collects the groceries just like any other parcels. And the shopping is delivered to each home. The key difference comes after the delivery. The driver asks the recipient how they're doing and fills out a caring checklist.
Cold, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Thanks for coming by in this weather.
Oh, no problem. But it was so mild yesterday.
I know.
Not catching a cold?
No, I'm okay.
Once the driver gets back to the logistics centre, the checklist is faxed to the council. If there's a report of illness, a doctor or nurse will visit.
I'm so glad they come by. It makes me so happy. I'm really grateful to them.
120 elderly residents living alone in Sich are registered for the service. In return for going the extra mile, the delivery firm gets a guaranteed stream of daily deliveries. The system was the idea of Mayumi Matsumoto, who works in the company's planning team. She'd already started the service 3 years ago in a different area in Iwate. It was inspired by a tragic event back when she was a driver for the firm.
I delivered a parcel to an old woman in the area that I handled. It was from her son in Tokyo. I thought she seemed a little under the weather, but I just said, "See you then," and left. It seems she died that night and wasn't found for 3 days. I'd never had an experience with a death like that, what they call a solitary death these days.
This event haunted Matsumoto. She thought that by combining deliveries with basic inquiries about health might help to reduce such tragic outcomes, and she proposed this to the company.
A lot of people felt that we should leave it to the experts instead of getting involved. That was definitely an obstacle we had to overcome. But I just couldn't back down when I thought about my own experience with that old woman. I battled to get this service off the ground for about 2 years.
In September 2010, the service was introduced in Nishiwaga, a town in the mountains. Being isolated and with many elderly residents, the town welcomed Matsumoto's idea with open arms. Six months later, the Great East Japan earthquake hit. Matsumoto knew that the areas affected by the disaster would be most in need of the firm's new service, and so she headed out to Otsuchi. The service was made possible by the resolute support of Saiko Tada, a member of the Otsuchi Social Welfare Council.
Mayumi Matsumoto had so much
Parcel delivery companies are exploring new ways to serve Japan's rapidly aging population.
Take a look at this book. This uniform will be recognizable to just about anybody in Japan as belonging to that of a particular parcel delivery service. The book is basically a photo book, but all of these guys are not models, they're actual real parcel delivery drivers. This company became known for the sort of cheerful attitude of its drivers, and that led to a book deal. When the book came out in 2012, it created quite a stir and sold 20,000 copies, which is quite a lot for a book like this. It's an indication of just how much a part of daily life parcel delivery has become in Japan. However, the industry does now face two big challenges. One is environmental issues, the other is globalization.
Parcel delivery may make life very convenient, but deliveries involve a huge number of vans, which cause both air pollution and traffic congestion. Here's one solution: an exclusive freight train service. A lot of items travel between Tokyo and Osaka every day. One company is bundling parcels together and putting them on a train. A new type of carriage was developed which can travel much faster than an ordinary freight train. It does one return trip between Tokyo and Osaka in the early hours of every morning. That represents 16,000 fewer van trips a year. The same company is also using natural gas for fuel. It has a fleet of smaller vans with a smaller carbon footprint. And it's testing three-wheeled electric cars in built-up areas with narrow streets. These days, parcel delivery companies are expanding outside Japan. Powerful economic growth in Asia suggests a huge potential market. Japan's biggest delivery firm opened offices in Taiwan in 2000 and has since spread across Asia. The idea was to export this outstanding example of Japanese-style business. But outside Japan, the parcel delivery company ran into problems with everything from package handling to customer service.
In training, we'd explain that drivers should take off their caps and say thank you after delivering a parcel. But apparently we got a lot of confused feedback at first. I'm delivering to them. I understand them thanking us. Why on earth should I have to say thank you? That sort of thing. Culturally, it was quite a challenge.
But once deliveries started, the driver's courtesy and excellent service won the firm a great reputation. Drivers saw the value of actually doing what they had been trained to do. And the reputation of the company's services was further enhanced. Now that parcel delivery services are becoming established in various places in Asia, plans have begun for international services linking Japan and these regions. A new logistics terminal is being built near Haneda Airport, and soon it may be possible to send parcels to other places in Asia almost as quickly as within Japan.
Parcel delivery services employ all kinds of cutting-edge technology. At the same time, behind the scenes, there are these extremely organic human relationships. Perhaps that's what makes it such a uniquely Japanese business. Now that it's making inroads into Asia, who knows, maybe within a few years it'll be worldwide. Just within the last few weeks, I've had friends in both Europe and Australia telling me horror stories about the nightmares of trying to get a parcel redelivered. I'll see you again next time.